Hi there everyone, Mrs. Gray speaking here. I'm just going to quickly run through some of the home learning with you. I'm going to begin looking at the home learning, the literacy part of it, and then Miss Wild's going to look at the maths part and Mrs. Chapman's going to do everything else. So I'm just going to share it with you. She says, there we go, found it. So the first part you'll see is that we are basing it around a book this week, and it's the book that we think your children will know really well. It's I'm Going on a Bear Hunt by Michael Rosen. So at the beginning of the plan, you've got the phonics. There's phonics slides that go with this, PowerPoint slides that you'll find alongside this planning. There's PowerPoint slides for each day, and we use the same format over and over again, so your children will be very, very used to that. If at all that you're not sure about anything or you're not sure on the pronunciations, if you just check back in with the phonics workshop stuff that we did earlier in the year, hopefully that will explain to you anything that you need. So the next part of the plan is just general reading. So what we're suggesting you do is just read with your child. We're sure you've got plenty of lovely books at home. It's not necessary that your child is reading to you all the time. You should be reading to them so that they can predict what's going to happen in the story. They might be picking out those icky tricky words that we've been learning at school, and also be able to pick out some of the phonemes as well. And it's just a lovely time to share a story. As I said before, we're basing our learning this week on We're Going on a Bear Hunt. The teachers have all recorded a version of that for you to look at, but there are also many other versions out there for you to see on the internet, on YouTube, and it's explaining there about looking at the different parts of the story. With the writing, there are three tasks to do with your child. The first task is, after you've shared the book a lot and the children really know the story well, is creating a story map. Now, for those of you who aren't sure, this is a story map that we completed for Elmer. So a story map is just pictures, and it's a little picture, simple pictures that say exactly what's been happening, and then arrows that follow the action along all the way across to the end. So it explains to your explains there on the writing part of the story map about how to approach it with your child. After you've done your story map, then it might be nice for you to write a list of the things that the places that the family go to when they're on their bear hunt. This is a good opportunity for the children to try and sound out those words using what we call our phoneme fist. And then also there's a little challenge there for they think of other places that the family could go to. And then the final task is exploring adjectives. Now, we haven't actually really covered adjectives at school, but you can talk about how they describe something. And there's an example at the bottom of the writing task of how you could choose one of the places that the family go to and some adjectives that could be added to it. I'm sure you'll have fun with all of those. As it says down the side there, please remember that all children are different and at different stages, and their writing and reading ability are all at different stages. So please just to support them where appropriate so that they feel successful. The final bit of the literacy is handwriting. So we've decided that your children will be looking at doing numerals this week. Now, handwriting, it doesn't have to be with a pen and a paper. It could be with chalk. You could be doing it just dipping a child's finger in some water on a black piece of paper. It could be outside if you've got an outside space that you can access. And there is an explanation on the learning about how to form the letters correctly. Okay, so that's all I've got to say about the literacy. Have fun with it and enjoy. And Miss Wild now is going to explain to you the maths. Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello, so the children's math learning is going to be securing their counting skills to 10. So there are 3 sessions to explore throughout this week's learning. And you're going to start by finding a collection of objects, and you might want to model some bad counting with children. So counting really fast, not counting each one at a time, and then asking those children to demonstrate their correct counting skills. So there's steps of success for you to follow in supporting children with their counting skills. The next session is for children, again, to continue their letter formation. So this might flow on nicely from the handwriting practice. So writing numerals from 0 to 10 and then placing them in order. And then once they have successfully placed the numbers in order from 0 to 10, then you might like to play some number games. So which numbers might be missing, mixing them up, muddling up, seeing how quickly they can reorder them. And then the last session is continuing to count objects and identifying how many there are in a group and can they match the correct numeral to the amount of objects. So just keep practicing this in lots of different ways. If you do want to extend your children's learning, you can offer them a green mouse challenge and they can be exploring numbers up to 20. Have fun. Mrs. Chapman.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Chapman. We've added a few ideas to the planning to help the children to further explore this learning journey, all about We're Going on a Bear Hunt. So there is, I move it down, Cosmic Kids Yoga Adventure. The children have all had a go at doing one of these at school, but if you follow the YouTube link there, that's a fun yoga adventure that you could do together. You could challenge your children to think about how the golden values of friendly, respectful and courageous would be used if they were one of the children who was going on the bear hunt. As this text is quite familiar to lots of children already, it could be fun to explore and listen to the story in different languages. There are loads of examples online on YouTube. We've added a few links on there, but there are many more as well. And if you or a member of your family speaks a different language at home, maybe they could have a go at reading the story in a different language, either at home in real life or on a phone call or video call. And as a final challenge, we put that your child could have a go at researching bears. So in any way that they are interested in, obviously if you have any books at home, that's great, but using the internet as well, just any interesting things that they could find out about different bears around the world. Once you've done all of this learning with your child, if you want to, and there's no pressure to, but if you'd like to, then things can be shared back with us as a parent observation on EvidenceMe. So if you go into the app there is a way that you can do observations and send them back to us for us to see at school. Anyway, we hope to see you soon. Good luck. Bye.